Hello, Adam Laurie here again. We're looking at relationships and how they affect us mentally, physically, and everywhere in between, spiritually also. So this is what we do. We discuss here on my channel about relationships because that is what I do. I'm a relationship therapist, relationship coach, and I talk about and help people with all aspects of relationships and how we understand them and how we get through them, whether it be starting a relationship, ending a relationship, or anywhere in between, looking at how we can understand our partners in our relationship a lot better and how we can both coexist with a good understanding of communication and trust, which are the key things in a relationship. So what we're going to be discussing today is the early signs of a toxic relationship, things that you can look for, whether it be early on in a relationship or in the middle or after a relationship. You may look back and think, yeah, I could see these signs. Why didn't I see these before? And it's something that you could possibly look for maybe in the next relationship that you get into. I don't mean it as being, it should turn you into a paranoid kind of psychologically dissecting person, but these are signs that if you do notice them, it's probably worth keeping an eye on them. How regularly do they come up in the relationship and things like that. So the first one we're going to look at is communication. So whether it be they're not communicating to you effectively, they're kind of being a bit shady. Also, when they're communicating with you, there's a lot of negativity. You feel that in negativity, whether that be kind of name calling, slight digs about your appearance or things like that, things that you feel they're not very nice things to hear. So communication can be a very important part of it. What is your partner saying to you? How does it affect you? Is it making you feel more insecure, or is it making you feel better about yourself? And these are very important things in a relationship. So communication, how do they communicate with you, and what kind of things are they communicating with you? Also, it could be a lack of empathy, a lack of understanding. When you put your opinion across, they kind of shut you down straight away or disregard what you're saying as silly, or they make you feel silly for believing that. They show a lack of remorse when they see you upset. They show a lack of empathy. These little things can, over time, really affect someone's mental health within a relationship and can turn toxic very quickly after that. And the next one on our list is jealousy and possessiveness. So if you notice that they get jealous when you kind of say you're going to hang out with a friend this weekend, and they're like, they give you the questions like who, where, what, why, all these things that come up, and it's like, whoa, calm down. It's one of those things that is an early sign of control issues. So if they're constantly saying who you're hanging out with, why are you going there, why are you doing this, why are you doing that, it can really be a red flag of their insecurities within themselves. And if not addressed, and if not kind of worked on, these things can lead to, again, a very toxic relationship and a toxic atmosphere. And it can also lead to the other person being more secretive, not telling them what they're doing because they just don't want to cause a fuss. But again, that's not a healthy relationship. So again, openness, communication is very important. So if you spot these signs of possessiveness or jealousy early on in the relationship, or throughout the relationship, doesn't matter how long it's been going on for, it should really, really be dealt with. And the next one is boundaries. Are they respecting your boundaries, or are they respecting you, your kind of things you want to do, things you don't want to do? Are they pushy? Are they pushy towards you? If this is going on a lot, it can be a very uncomfortable experience for the one that's being having their boundaries disrespected. So no one has the right to force you into doing anything that you don't want to do. So if this is cropping up on a regular basis, then again, this is another thing that needs to be dealt with as early as possible. Again, can lead to very, very bad feelings and a feeling of unease around the partner, which is, again, is completely the wrong thing to be feeling within a relationship. You should feel at ease and comfortable around the person that you're with. And then the next one, we say gaslighting. Now, those of you who don't really know what gaslighting is actually when a partner makes you believe, actually makes you start to question what you said last week, or the question that what you did was right or wrong. Okay, usually it's the latter. It's making you believe that you were wrong. So making you, when you say something to someone, you know you said this, you know you told them this, but they can manipulate you into thinking that maybe I didn't say that, or maybe I was wrong. So someone who manipulates your opinion and causes you to doubt yourself on a regular basis. Again, this is not the way to go. So if you're experiencing this in a relationship on a frequent basis, again, something that really needs to be dealt with. You need to feel comfortable about how you are, comfortable with what you say, and comfortable with knowing what you said, and not be shut down for that. The next one on our list is isolation. Do you feel like they're trying to sort of separate you from your friends and family? Do you feel like they're trying to push you out, push you away from your friends and family, to kind of get you all to themselves? So if you found yourself drifting from your friends or family, which in the past you'd always been close to, when the friends say, since you've met this person, you've changed. We don't see you as much anymore. You're not responding to our calls, and we don't hang out as much as we do anymore. That can be a really significant sign of control issues, and causing you to be an isolated person. So if you find that once you was outgoing and you hang out with friends a lot, you saw your family regularly, and then after you met this person, that started to kind of get a little bit quieter, that's a really, really negative sign that this is turning into a toxic relationship. So isolation is very, very kind of dangerous in the fact that it can make you lose everyone if you're not careful. So as soon as you can sort of get this problem sorted, and stop yourself from being isolated, that is the way out of that. So whether that be breaking it off with the partner, or really, really addressing it with them and seeing if they are willing to change that. And the next one on our list, probably the final one for this video, we don't want it to drag on too long. So the next one is they keep pressuring you to change, pressuring you to become who you were into something else that they want you to be. Now, if this is, it could be looked at two ways. If it's for a positive outcome, they're trying to make you work hard to achieve something. They want you to change for the better. That's absolutely fine. That's a positive reinforcement. But if it's trying to make you change on their terms because they don't like you doing this, they don't want you to be doing this because maybe it takes too much time away from them, that's a real sign, a red flag for, again, this relationship turning into a toxic one. So taking that into account, you must make sure that you know who you are and you stay strong to your values. Never change for anyone unless it's for a positive outcome, unless it's for something that you're working hard towards that's going to make you a better person for yourself, and maybe your partner and friends and family as well. So someone who's trying to make you change because they want you to, just all for themselves, it's a completely selfish thing, then that's a red flag for a toxic relationship, or something that will eventually, without a doubt, turn into a toxic relationship. So that is our list for today. So if you can see any one of those signs, maybe early on in a relationship, they're worth looking out for. And again, like I said, don't turn into kind of a paranoid sort of dissecting everything they say, but just keep an eye. It comes down to be who you want to be. Don't let anyone change you. Don't let anyone change your values, your beliefs. Allow yourself to be who you are. No one should be able to control any part of you. We all control our own destiny, if you will. So never allow someone to change you because they want to. If you want to change, you change because you want to. And if you found this list useful, or if you've experienced this in relationships, maybe at the beginning or at the end, and you look back and think, yeah, I could recognize a lot of that, or you may recognize it in yourself as well, the things that you may have done in a relationship that caused it to go bad and go sour. So until next time, if you haven't already, if you can please subscribe, that really helps the channel. And then we can get lots more videos out there on different topics to do with relationships and how we can all get along and understand one another in relationships. So subscribe, like this video, comment below if you have your own experience of what you went through in a relationship, what signs you looked for. Again, these are just my observations in looking at different relationships and how they ended and how they kind of go from, you know, beginnings to getting really, really toxic very, very quickly. So you may have your own experiences. Again, this is just a short list of the things you can look for early on to stop it to getting to that point. So again, subscribe, like, and I'll see you again on the next one. Take it easy. See ya.